a black street girl asked for just one plate of food in exchange for her voice. But what happened next left 10,000 people in tears. A tiny black girl stood at the edge of the stage, her clothes torn, her feet bare, and hunger written all over her face. The judges laughed. The audience pulled out their phones to mock her. But when this black girl asked her question, "If I sing well, will you give me a plate of food?" the entire auditorium fell silent. Nobody knew that in the next few minutes, everything was about to change. Friends, if you believe that every human being has something special inside them, no matter how small or broken they may seem, then please subscribe to this channel. These stories aren't just entertainment, they're real-life lessons. And if these stories touch your heart, don't forget to hit that like button, because your one like helps us reach more people with these inspiring stories. Now, let's continue with what happened next. Her name was Amara. She was only 12 years old, but her eyes had lived 40 years of pain. This black girl had no parents, no home, no hope. She slept on cold sidewalks, searched for food in trash cans, and sang to herself in the dark alleys just to feel alive. But inside this black girl burned a fire dream to sing on a real stage. Just once, when the city's biggest talent show was announced, Amara watched from behind the gates. She saw the lights, the cameras, the famous judges, and the talented performers in expensive clothes. Her heart whispered, "What if I could stand there too?" On the final day, she made a decision that would change everything. Wearing her torn dress and bare feet, the black girl walked straight toward the entrance. Security guards blocked her. "Street kids aren't allowed here," they said coldly. But Amara didn't stop. She ducked under their arms, ran through the crowd, and climbed onto the stage before anyone could catch her. The audience gasped. Then they laughed. Standing under the spotlight, this small black girl looked like a ghost in a palace. The head judge, a famous music producer named Mr. Daniels, stared at her with disgust. But before the guards could reach her, Amara spoke into the microphone. Her voice was soft but clear. "Please, just give me one chance." The crowd laughed louder. Someone shouted, "Go back to the streets." Cameras were recording, ready to make her a viral joke. Mr. Daniels shook his head. "Little girl, this is a professional competition, not a charity event. Leave before we call the police." Tears filled Amara's eyes, but she refused to move. Instead, she asked the question that would haunt everyone in that room. "If I sing well, will you give me a plate of food?" Silence. Dead silence. The laughter stopped. The mocking stopped. Even the cameras stopped recording. People looked at each other ashamed. One woman in the audience started crying. Mr. Daniels' face changed. The arrogance melted away. He looked at this black girl, really looked at her hand, saw the hunger, the desperation, the broken dreams. He cleared his throat. "Yes, if you sing, I'll personally give you food. Now sing." Amara closed her eyes, and when she opened her mouth, the entire world stopped breathing. The first note that came out of this black girl's mouth was pure magic. It wasn't just singing, it was pain, hope, and survival wrapped in melody. Her voice echoed through the auditorium like a cry from heaven. She sang an old spiritual song, "His Eye is on the Sparrow." Every word carried the weight of her suffering. Every note told the story of a child who refused to give up. Judges sat frozen. The audience stopped breathing. Phones that were meant to mock her were now recording a miracle. When Amara hit the final high note, her voice cracked not from weakness, but from emotion. She opened her eyes, and tears were streaming down her face. For 5 seconds, there was complete silence. Then, the auditorium exploded. 10,000 people stood up and applauded. Grown men were crying, women were sobbing. Even the security guards who tried to throw her out were wiping their eyes. Mr. Daniels walked onto the stage, tears running down his cheeks. He knelt down in front of this black girl and whispered, "Forgive me, forgive all of us." He took off his expensive coat and wrapped it around her shoulders. Then he picked up the microphone and said, "This black girl doesn't need a plate of food. She needs the world to hear her voice." The crowd roared even louder. Epilogue. What happened next will shock you within 24 hours. Amara's video went viral. 50 million views. News channels covered her story. Record labels called. Celebrities shared her performance. But the most beautiful part, Mr. Daniels didn't just give her food, he adopted her. Yes, the same judge who tried to kick this black girl off the stage became her father. He gave her a home education, music training, and most importantly, today, Amara is 19 years old. She's a Grammy-nominated singer, and she uses her platform to help homeless children around the world. She built shelters, schools, and music programs for black street kids just like her. And every time she performs, she says the same thing. "I was once a black girl who sang for a plate of food. Now I sing so no child ever has to." This story reminds us that we should never judge people by their appearance. That black girl everyone laughed at became the voice that inspired millions. So next time you see someone struggling, don't mock them, don't ignore them, because you never know, they might be one chance away from greatness. If this story touched your heart, please share it, and don't forget to subscribe, because we bring you stories that change the way you see the world. Thank you for watching. See you in the next story.